At the age of 93, Mr. Witnel Louis is anything but your usual non-Agenarian. For more than 7 decades, the award-winning farmer has played a pivotal role in strengthening Dominica's food security with a level of commitment few can match. Mr. Louis, who is one of the oldest active farmers in Dominica, continues to defy age with his remarkable resilience. 7 days a week, he traversed the heights of Syndicate, not merely to tend to his garden, but to a place he described as home. There, surrounded by the fruits of his labor, he says he finds purpose, comfort, and a deep sense of pride. Rain or sunshine, he shows up. No excuses, no slowing down, because for Mr. Witnel Louis, farming isn't just something he does, it's who he is.
I make 13 children and I send all of them to school with my little cutlass.
My name is Rhonda Luke, and I'm Renata Luke Pascal.
And welcome to episode 12 of My Story, a feature on DBS Radio where we bring you the voices of the people. In these features, we share the lives of individuals, their journeys, their triumphs, their struggles, and the moments that shape them into who they are.
Hello. Good day, everybody. Welcome. My name is Witnel Louis. This is my story. This is my pleasure. And this is my friend and my daily bread.
In the heights of Syndicate, where Mr. Louis owns over 30 acres of land, we joined him on his farm. Our discussion began with his upbringing in the community of Salisbury, where he was raised, as well as his early departure from school.
I was born in Salisbury. I'm from Salisbury. Schooling. Before I went to school, there was a pier by the bay, a jetty. So little children would come in the afternoon and go there and jump. And then when the bell rang for us to come back online, first time I don't know much about schooling. And then the head teacher above her, from Southend, tell us go by the table. And we stood there, we don't know what for. When she came, I cannot remember how many of us, but they have a big strap, that wide. Slap! I just disappeared from school.
That was your first day of school?
The first day.
What school was that?
Salisbury School by the bay.
Do you remember how old you were, a young boy?
I was 5 years to start schooling. Okay. First day at school. Running the khaki pants, my little shirt, and the happy, barefooted, because in those days she was not very true like that. And then I just don't know, my father had no education, no school, neither my mother, so that was it.
That was it for your schooling life. But Mr. Louis, so since then, after leaving school, young boy, what did you do growing up?
Well, I grew up in the bush. With my mother, my father, they was doing farming. And in sea, my father was a fisherman. He had his own net, etc. But we were physically in sea. And then wherever my mother go, wherever my father go, I with them, etc. Little boy, and so forth. But I went back to still off and on, but I don't stay because I have to. The cotton cane, they have to be there. I work for a brother when I start working, 4 cents, 8 cents. Can't go kappa for my day. So that is how I raise up. And so we have 17 mule to bed, cotton cane. I go almost in all of them, trying to chill up all night without shoes, without nothing. And then that's how I grew.
Okay. So from a young age, was there always a love for farming?
Well, I was in it, so I should say yes. But why saying yes? I play my little dash in a little garden. And when I harvested my dashing, I make it my brown fresh extra my maize. Huh? And then my little kid, when it start to flower, I like to say, my father was a kid man, he had a nice 2 fields of kid. So that's how I raised up. I raised up in bush. I know all corners in Salisbury, God height, everywhere. I know all kinds, Layu, the big valley Layu, little boy going to sleep the Niba, etc. Live in Salisbury to go up Niba, up Crom, or to get bread for to walk back to Salisbury the same day. Little boy, young fella.
Growing up without a formal education, Mr. Louis said he still had a desire to learn. As a teenager, he returned to school, but he recalled that period was also short-lived.
When I was 16, I decided I want to learn to read and write. I decided I want to learn to read and write. There was a teacher named Lifam, head teacher in Salisbury School. So he told me, Mr. You can be registered on the registry book as a school child. So every Monday, I will give you a chance, but every Monday come with your stool, and every Friday take it back home. So I did that for, I should say, maybe 1 or 2 months or so. But when I see the little children can do the lesson, I cannot do it, I cannot understand it, I cannot dictation, I cannot spell well, mathematics, you have to do that, multiplication, division. I stole a book 5. Just take one, a brand new Nelson book 5, and I take my bench, back home, I never go back to again. A lot of stories about my life. If I have to tell everything in detail. You see? I stole a Nelson book 5, and from there I start to read.
So when you got home, you just...
Yeah, just reading from Nelson book 5. Brian and see this and what kind of story, etc. Yes, I start to read, and that's it.
But in terms of formal education, in graduation and those things there...
No, I'm not in school. No schooling in that.
To earn a living and help support his family, Mr. Louis shared that he would often engage in odd jobs and earn a few pence for his day.
When I first started working for big money, Kat Kukapa in Cane, 9 cents. In Cane, not 9 cents, no, 9 pence. Additional and I sang glad. When I was about 15, I get a job on Government Road with the Ford from Rosso, the driver. And when Howell Shillingford was passing on the Savannah, he was the king at the time in Dominica. And then they have to send me to hide. But if he see me, they say, what the little boy doing there? You should be at school, etc. Gifford was sending me to hide. And I got in wood for people, for the women to cook in the road for us, etc. So yeah, that is how I started.
According to Mr. Louis, his father's final words before his death were what pushed him into independence, guiding him into farming on his own.
The day my father died, I was 17. So he tried to wake me up first to go and see. Early morning, it was called Pendishu. So I couldn't get up because little boy, by the road all night, and so forth. So nevertheless, I got up, he left me and go down. I follow after. So he was the captain of the net. We barely see, look at the Pendishu. And then put in Johali. He fall in the boat at the behind of the net. And when he came to shore, we taken him up home Salisbury. He died in my hand. But before he died, the same morning, he told me, Witnel Louis fait un homme, en patois. Witnel, you will not make yourself a man, you will not come a man, etc. Witnel Louis fait un homme. I can never forget that. And he died in my hand the same morning. And then from there on, I never work for nobody again beside on my own. I take my cutlass. If you know the story well, they always call it saying it. A little cutlass. I could buy a cutlass called Dokuba. And I start in Switzerland Heights. Very few people know about Switzerland Heights. They're so dangerous mountain hills to climb. to go there. That's why I started farming. And up to today.
After years of working on family land, Mr. Louis went on to explain how he acquired more than 50 acres of land in various locations, to include Salisbury, Coolibri and Syndicate.
When Mr. Liblatt win the election against Howell Shillingford in Salisbury, and he became the chief minister at the time, Hugh LeBlanc, and then I was working on family land. And while I was working for the same family fighting me, the same family, land I clearly bigger than me, they stronger than me, they have men already, they have the little dollar, I don't have no dollar, it's my cutlass. And then there was a man by the name William from Barrigott. He was a field officer. He told me, Louis LeBlanc, he told me, Louis, I'd married at the time, you have to make 2 applications because you already have over 5 acres of bananas, and you are a young man, so make another application on your wife's name. I make the 2 applications. So that is where I start to get a piece of my own. Right? And how much now? I buy 5 acres of land at least $100 each.
Ooh.
At the time.
How old were you then?
I was 25, 26, thereabout.
So 25, 26,
Yeah.
you got your first 5 acres
Yeah,
of land?
yeah. And then the other, I decided, well, look, I married a young lady. We have 2 kids. People going to England in the 60s, late 50s, 60s. I decided to go to England to see whether I can make some money from to build a little house. I rented a little house and so forth. So I left my wife and I went to England. And when I went to England, I was working in a steel factory, cleaning iron with brush, and then spray it. So from there on, they become redundant, I fire. Then I go Algitis, they give me a job there. I was working at a sewing factory. I'm a tailor too, eh? I'm a tailor too, I can tell you that. Right. So in a certain factory, I worked there. When the guy, our manager, one time he roughed me up. I put him in his place. He was a Jew guy. I put him in his place and I turned my back. I left their factory. During that time, I already paid my passage because I was sewing in the night for myself to people and I working in the day. So I make a quick money. I decided I'm not going to stay down under that pressure. I come back to Dominica in 1960.
But how many years you stayed in England?
I said 2 years and 5 months.
2 years, 5 months.
And when I came back, they showed me the land.
Recognizing that the agricultural sector was still developing, Mr. Louis returned to Dominica in 1963 and acquired an additional 9 acres of land in the heights of Salisbury. He was able to build a steady livelihood and shared how this allowed him to purchase more land in other parts of the island.
Well, I married to a young lady. She was a Larrock. So they have land, the Larrock was controlling the ministry. So they have land. So my father-in-law gave us a big piece of land and I work in it. I put potatoes, I put bananas, I put cashew, I put tanya, and there are a lot of yams. So I make up myself there. I work 3 pieces of land in the area, and that's it.
Where do you have your most land to date?
Here.
Here?
Yeah.
In Syndicate?
Yeah.
How did you go about getting this land?
Well, what happened now, banana was booming. Banana was booming. And then I was doing fishing, my own boat, trolling, nets. I used to have 30 fish but myself alone. I caught it, I mount it, I set it in the sea. You have to have good memory to know where all of them are in the big sea, you understand? So I do all that, and then I bought a master to carry my bananas and my stuff, etc. When I bought a Mazda, I bring it down. They said, oh, a nice big like that should not be going stealing bananas. You should, etc., etc. But I carry my little banana.
He recounted that the vehicle was involved in an accident and was written off, leading him to shift his focus to fishing. Mr. Louis was subsequently brought to syndicate by a friend. There, he went on to acquire over 30 acres of land and steadily expanded his agricultural activities in the area.
A friend of mine was coming here, he had a cow here, told me, let's go up with him to take care of his cow with him. I came up, and then when I came up there, we go up syndicate, and going up syndicate, changing the cow, etc. He told me that they're selling here. I said, true? I said, who's selling it? He said, cow bought Shillingford. The cow Shillingford, how are they selling it? He told me, you go and meet the man and talk to them. And I went to Mr. Cowboy Shillingford from Dublin. I sat down with him and I told him about my story. If I want like a piece of land, he told me, I can go and pick a piece anywhere. And that is the price for the wood, that is forest, and that is the price for the cultivated land. So I came back and I go up there, I took a plot of 7 acres. Yeah. When I go home, I could not sleep in the night. I could not sleep. As I don't did Salisbury, so much land that is there, but particularly one plot, it is not enough. So I decided I go back to I'll take another plot. Plot 2, plot 9, and plot 10. I take another plot. When I take the other plot, then I start working. But they were covered with citrus grapefruits. So that grapefruit has been to pay the land faster. So therefore, I start working, etc., etc., selling grapefruit, selling this, selling that, selling that. Then, when my crops start to take over there, I forget Salisbury. You have to carry load there. There is flat land. And the citrus on the side of the land, all around it. I open road, it took me 7 years to build a road, carrying stone. I bought a 4-ton truck to carry my stone, etc., and my stuff to Roseau. That's how I started here. And after that, there was a guy who take a field of citrus at the back of Minister like that. He said, not enough land, he left it. I take it again. So I take 3 lots now. That is the story here. I take 3 lots now. And then I had workers. I had 16 workers, paying social security for them, etc. Yeah, not all of them. Some of them getting their pension, have no pension, but they get their pension, etc. So that is how I developed my area up there. And then, in process of time, the owner of those land, their father give them, they decided selling it because they are in Canada, etc. Maybe they will never want to come back to Dominica again. All of them had to take loan for it. Then the loan become heavy on me. So I have 2 acres of land on the Grand Savannah. I bought that 2 acres of land for 25,000 an acre. From thence, I sell 1 acre for 170,000. And I take that money, I go to the bank, I say, let me tell you, how much money I owe you? Blah, 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 that amount. I say, look at check. Take out all of your money. They take 160,000 and I get 10,000. And I clear that. Up to now, I don't owe nobody, I don't owe nobody again.
The 93-year-old recalled that after acquiring all of the acreage, his land flourished, yielding an abundance of citrus, cocoa, bananas, dasheen, and a wide variety of other crops.
Let me say this. I'm the only farmer I know in Dominica that up my farm for 2 whole weeks for anybody in Dominica come and harvest whatever they want. You get it? So much fruit. I alone was surprised Dexia dashing, to send to California. Planting dashing, I cover the place with dashing. When I tell you dashing is dashing. Dexia give me a scale, give me this, give me that. Their truckers will come to full dashing. There are people to harvest, people to carry, people to wash, and people to pack.
Okay. So in total, you have over 50 acres of land, agricultural land.
Yeah.
And to date in 2026, how many of you manage that land, all these acres of land?
Oh, I only have 2 workers.
2 acres.
We don't manage all the things. Salisbury abandoned, Kulbi Street abandoned. It's only here. My estate of the abandoned is only the flat. Not only the flat, only here I manage it.
Okay.
And Mr. Louis, would you like it to reach a point where all of your acreage of land, they are active and you are able to produce on them?
Once I have the money, and I have life, all my land was supposed to be cultivated. Money, and for that matter, I don't believe I would go back to Kulbi Street again because of what the river did. The road is a little bit, and they have a lot of stones. But here in Syndicate area, all my land was supposed to be cultivated. I can still manage it.
He added that among the additional challenges he faces are the theft of his produce, as well as widespread damage caused by parrots and rodents feeding on his crops.
Today is worse. Today is worse. I'll come with you. Today is worse. I have 2 crops of mangoes already. 2 crops of mango, bad. One of the best mango on the island. Not one I already taste. Madwe. The big Madwe, Madwe. Not one I already. I take a few. When I see parrot giving blows, I take a few to put to ripe. It was not mature, it's sour. Or just to throw them. Parrot. And as we go in there, you will see the amount of seed that is under the ground. It's not folded for parrots that eat all the mango. But talking about the parrots, it would appear to me, because some farmer was telling me I am a liar. Parrot doesn't eat oranges. So I would say maybe I'm the first person in Dominica that no parrot eating oranges. The parrot give me blows up to today. Everybody crying no. Everybody crying no. Not me, I didn't. That is why I see oranges done here. But I still have a few trees. I'm trying to make it come earlier, getting earlier, and then I have time to remove the crop before they take it over everything. But my limes, my lemon, my tangerine, my cocoa, everything now eating.
While he credits agriculture for much of his success, he acknowledged that his journey has not been without challenges. Mr. Louis disclosed that his home in Kulibistri was damaged during Tropical Storm Erica in 2015 and was completely destroyed 2 years later in 2017 by Hurricane Maria.
After Erica destroyed me, that lady going more with my matter to wash the. You was putting boots in our football to go on our bed in the night. And it's Erica. We fought with Nitway. So Erica cracked the house already, So many people come and ask me questions for assistance, Madam, up to now. That is Erica, I lost my vehicle, I lost everything, except the house had stayed and things. When Maria came, years after, wipe up everything.
Another vehicle.
The only thing I get after Maria is my medical book. We get it by the bay, by the bus stop, on the sand. The only thing I get, I have 3 pieces of cloth in me, A slider, a short pant, and a pant. No shoes, no cap, no nothing. Do they have cap?
Despite the challenges he has faced, Mr. Louis says his faith remains unwavering and he is confident he has many years ahead. He highlighted the range of crops on his farm in 2026 as a testament of his continued commitment to agriculture, adding that he remains hopeful that the sector can return to its former standing.
Mr. Louis, can you tell us on the land that you're cultivating right now, what are some of the agricultural produce that you produce? What are some of the things?
I have 62 different crops. Here. 62 different crops. What I can tell you, pineapple, cocoa. I harvest cocoa almost every day, you know. Cocoa, coffee, and bananas, and pear. That is my main product. Citrus.
Mr. Louis, what are you hoping to see with agriculture here in Dominica? Before agriculture, I guess that's what made you build your home, send your children to school.
Yeah, I make 13 children, you know. I make 13 children, and I send all of them to school with my little cutlass.
Go back.
13 of them. And today, I may have one of the best friends in Dominica, you know. I want my last daughter. She is a professor lecturer in Washington, D.C. University, you know. That is the highest. But the other one in Chad, something Florida government, that is another one I did, etc. So I have 13 children. I send all of them to school, college, university.
From agriculture.
From agriculture. I work hard. I never say tired one day. Up to today, look my young wife there.
And you're 93.
I feel a little pain now. My back and my shoulder and my thigh, because look, I have so much cocoa to prune myself on lime and citrus. So my little strength is beginning to run out, and then I have a little pain. Apart from that, I have nothing more. When the good Lord ready, I'm ready.
And Mr. Louis, just for the recording, can you tell us your age?
My age, I am just 93 and 6 months now. Yeah, that's my age. I climb in my ladder, I climb in my tree, I could do my everything. Yes, I am still there. That little man, faith in God. I'm not slave to nobody, I don't slave nobody.
Mr. Louis holds a firm view that although agriculture is no longer what it once was, the sector can be revitalized and positioned as a powerful engine of economic growth. He insists that this revitalization will not happen by chance, but through a deliberate and sustained focus on priority crops such as coconut, citrus, cocoa, and coffee. Passionate about the future of the industry, Mr. Louis says that he stands ready to transfer his knowledge of the land to the nation's youth and to all who are willing to learn, underscoring that true transformation will only come when experience is shared and a new generation is equipped to carry the sector forward.
Story of my life, ordinary person just like you. If you take a look inside, you see the great things that people do. We're out here changing lives day and night, day in, day out. BBC don't show it, CNN don't show it. He's out.